Okay. Let's see why this carb is not letting fuel in the idle circuit. There's one spot that I'm a little concerned about that I'm going to check. It just falls off of that. This is the little Welch plug here that I was talking about, but so that Welch plug was put there from the factory because that's where they drilled the two little holes through. But if you can blow fuel through here, through the idle circuit, screwdriver, if you can blow fuel right straight through there and it comes up, well then you know those two holes are clear, and that's what I did. But the one thing I didn't do, I don't think, was blow air straight through here to there. At least it's something I'm going to double check. But it's a pretty big hole here. Yeah, I can see the straw right straight through there. See if you can see that in the camera. I'll hold it like that. Whoop. But it's squirting right through the transition holes. I think it's clear. I don't get it. It's a pretty simple carb. Put this back in. Let's try something here. What the fuck am I doing? Cuts in my fingers here. Okay, that's there. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's squirting out both of those holes like a nice big stream. I mean, that's clear. This was the old plastic one that was on there. I didn't quite trust it. It almost looks like it's splitting, this junk. And this has the 10mm hole in it. And I had one of these aluminum ones around, which are the best, but it only had an 8mm hole in it. So I just drilled it out to a 10. It's nice and snug, fits. I don't see why that doesn't work. The filter fits in the same, so there's always an option for you if you have the same predicament I have. I don't know, that carb, man, I blew it all out, cleaned it out. I just don't get it. I'm going to put it on again. I'm going to check the other one. And like I thought initially maybe I didn't blow through the air hole and the air hole was plugged, but it's all clear. It's squirting out fuel out of the two little transition ports in there. That's what they're called. On the other side of the main jet, there's two transition ports, a smaller hole and a little bit bigger. And it's just flowing the fuel out of there, straight up jets. It's perfect. I'm going to put that one together and check the other one. Got her back together. And it'll idle now. I don't know. Something plugged in that carb, I don't know. But I think she's going to work good now. She's been sitting for a couple hours. Turn the fuel on. Fuel on. I found the other petcock. Got that. Give it a little bleed. There. And I don't know if it needs a choke or not. I'll give it a little bit of choke. I want to check the output. What's this wire? Oh, what's that one? I want to check the output of the stator. Stand on a block of wood here. Left cylinder's no good. Well, here's the deal with the Norton. I got to pull the cylinders off, and I could rebore those, but it's going to be really thin on the one side of the wall. I'll have another look at it when I get it off, but I'm looking on eBay here, and I might be bidding on the cylinders in the next couple days, and bore them out and put a fresh set of pistons and rings in it. This bike, when I bought it, was already second over, and it has Hepolite, stock Hepolite pistons in it with second over rings. But when I bought the bike, it was seized. The cylinders are full of water. I couldn't even get the pistons out. I had to soak them in diesel fuel, bang with a 2x4 to get them out, and finally got them out. While I tried to get the rings off the pistons, you know, I broke some of the rings trying to get them off. They were just rotted right into the piston. So I bought some Hastings rings, and the top two rings, the compression ring and the scraper ring, they fit, but the oil ring, Hastings oil rings, didn't fit. It was the type of rings where you have it wasn't a one-piece ring. It had you know, the two rings with a spacer in between, and the spacer holds the rings out. While the Hastings one held the two little rings out so far, I couldn't get it into the bore. So the original Hepolite spacer worked with them, and I thought that would, you know, it fit in there fine, got it in there, but obviously it's not pushing out those oil rings enough, because this thing's smoking oil out of both cylinders, and the spark plugs are wet with oil. You know, it's pumping oil. Though the oil rings aren't working. You know, maybe I could get away with if I could find a set of second over Hepolite oil rings, you know, in good shape. Maybe that would do the trick. But I'm not going to screw around with it this time. I got it running. I know it's going to run, and the transmission works beautiful. The bike starts right up, just pumping oil. It's going to foul plugs out pretty quickly. So I'm going to. If I don't bore this one out, so I got one broken fin on this, yeah, right here. I got one broken fin on this cylinder. So if I can find another good cylinder, either stock or first over, even a second over one, if there's lots of room to bore it out, and then I'll order some new pistons and rings. Probably gonna be $500. So that's my plan of attack. I'll pull this off. Oh, I did a compression check, and yeah, it's 175 pounds each cylinder, and that's because it's wet. It's pumping oil from those oil rings. So I tried to save some money there. It didn't work. Still need to find. This is all stuff I got to find over the winter. A good kickstart. They sell aftermarket ones for $59, so I could get that. And this is bent. I could try to straighten it out or get another one. Same with the other side. Still got to do the tank, fix all the dents in this, and get this painted, and get the decals on the side covers and clear coated. And I know where there's another tail light. I'm going to keep this tail light. I don't want to paint it because it's all original with that silver metal flake. But I know where there's a black one, and if I paint this bike green, I'm going to paint that green with the green side covers, green tank. And I'll look for another front fender as well too, green over the winter. So I got lots to do over the winter. I got to find another cover here, or try to polish this one and weld it and fix it. Still lots to do on this bike. It's going to be another winter project, but you know, and I still got to find the side stand, which are really dear. I mean, they're like $180 to buy a replacement one. But once in a while, you'll see them on eBay for $125. So to find a stock one. And so I'm going to keep plugging away on this, and I guess I'll keep doing videos. And in the meantime too, I'm going to look for a bike for my wife. I keep finding little bikes on the internet there, but I need some more cash, so because I like to make a bobber over the winter as well too. So I'm going to keep the videos coming, but I might have to hold off for a week or so here. There's a guy getting rid of a sun porch there. I'm going to tear down and I think put it onto my house. It's like brand new. anyways, that's what I'm going to do for tonight. And it's September 20th, so I think YouTube is shutting down their video editor tonight. So I got to do this video tonight, and that might be the last one until I buy a video editor program. This next week here I'll get one. Okay, that's why my bike is smoking. That's what I figure. She's pumping oil.